Where are we going to go next? So many people holding. It's hard to really know. Let's go to our caller from the 707 area code. Who's calling today from 707?
Hey, David, this is Devin.
Hey, Devin, what's going on?
Hey, I'm a really long time listener. I am in Northern California. I'm a 34-year-old single father of a 7-year-old who I'm homeschooling right now.
Okay.
And I have one question and two comments.
Okay.
My one question is, I'm not a pessimistic kind of person, but what is the worst case scenario for our election this year? Like if Trump wins and they take the House and the Senate, aren't we in some real trouble?
That is the worst case scenario. Yeah, the worst case scenario would be Democrats don't take the Senate, Democrats lose control of the House, Trump gets himself reelected. He, during his next term, chooses replacements for Clarence Thomas and Ruth Bader Ginsburg to the Supreme Court, turns his 300 or however many judge selections into 600, and ushers in a wave of Trumpism in 2022 and 2024 that it takes 20 years to disabuse ourselves from. That's the worst case, and it's pretty bad.
Not only that, but if all that happens, I just see us as like an American people, like we're going to fall so short to the view of the entire world.
Of course.
Like yeah, I know. And I don't know how to really put it, but, having been the age I'm in, I was in sophomore in high school when 9/11 happened. And it was a pretty impactful thing on my life. But this presidency has really shown me how far, we've fallen even since those times.
Yeah.
And it's just really sad.
It's
and
sad,
it's so
and
heartbreaking.
The U.S. has become a laughing stock and the pity of the world. So we are a laughing stock, but it's actually gotten so bad that in some places they're not laughing anymore. They pity us, and unfortunately, you have a lot of the 60-something million people who voted for Trump who see that as a badge of honor. They're emboldened by the fact that people in other countries think we're out of our minds. They think that means we must be doing something right.
So I'm a distiller from Northern California. We make vodka and whiskey and stuff, and I've always had to deal with the federal government and regulations.
Yeah.
And I've always found it to actually be a really fair system if you're willing to deal with it and hold up your end of the deal. At this point, working with the federal government, it just seems like they are going so far off the deep end when it comes to Steve Mnuchin and policies when it comes to immigration. It's almost like I don't recognize the country I live in anymore. And
I'm with you.
My whole life, and I've always wanted to save up money and go vacationing and kind of go around the world and tour the place a little bit, but I don't feel welcome.
Well, yeah, I mean, right now it's not only that; it's also what's going on with coronavirus. But I understand that, and that's a major problem. And I've told stories about that before, and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good.
Yeah, going into work at 4 a.m. for the last 10 years, my local radio station KZYX would have your show on, and I'd be listening to it. And I have gone to YouTube to watch you now, and I really appreciate everything you're doing and the way you disseminate information. You're my favorite kind of news personality out there, and I just have one more comment.
Yeah.
During the debates, I wish Joe Biden would tell Trump, we're going to make America great again. Because
that would be interesting.
We have set the bar now. Yeah, that'd be amazing. And I want to get a blue hat that says it. You know what I mean? It's such a weird position to be in, but Joe Biden actually has the opportunity to do it, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to me just to change things back around. And, I really appreciate everything you're doing, and I'm, so excited. I always call in for having you take my call, and this is the first time. You're awesome, man.
All right, Devin from California, thank you for the call. Great to hear from you. If you love feeding your intellectual curiosity, but you're always struggling to find the time, check out one of my all-time favorite apps called Blinkist. Blinkist lets you consume an entire book on your way home from work. They take thousands of popular nonfiction books, condense each one into text or audio that you can get through in just 15 minutes, and you get all of the important core ideas and information from that book. It's perfect if you don't have enough time to do all the reading you want to do, or if you just want to sample a book before you buy the entire thing. I recently read A Brief History of Time, of course, by the great Stephen Hawking. This is a book that I have been aware of for so long, and other things got in the way, and it was fantastic to check it out on Blinkist. Blinkist has books on politics, philosophy, science. They have 27 different nonfiction categories, and a subscription is only about $8 a month, and you get the entire library. But you can try it totally free and get 25% off a subscription when you go to Blinkist.com/Pakman. I've put the link right underneath this video.